Have you ever wondered why so many people seem to misunderstand diabetes? This common health condition is often shrouded in misconception and misinformation, leading to a lack of awareness and misunderstanding. Today we're going to take a closer look and debunk some of these prevalent diabetes myths. First up, there's a widespread belief that only overweight or obese individuals can develop diabetes. This is a myth. While excess weight can indeed be a risk factor, it's important to remember that diabetes can affect people of all body types. Thin or athletic individuals are not immune to the disease. Factors such as family history, age, and certain lifestyle habits can also contribute to the development of diabetes. Another common myth is the notion that diabetes isn't a serious disease. This couldn't be further from the truth. Diabetes is a chronic condition that can have profound impacts on a person's health and quality of life if not properly managed. It can lead to complications such as heart disease, kidney damage, and vision loss, among others. Hence, it's crucial to take a diagnosis of diabetes seriously and manage it responsibly. There's also a misconception that diabetes is an old person's disease. Again, this is not accurate. Diabetes can strike at any age. While type 2 diabetes is more common in adults, type 1 diabetes is often diagnosed in children and young adults. Moreover, the incidence of type 2 diabetes in children and adolescents is on the rise, underscoring the fact that diabetes does not discriminate by age. Lastly, many believe that all people with diabetes must avoid sugar at all costs. While it's true that managing carbohydrate intake, including sugars, is a key part of diabetes management, it doesn't mean that those with diabetes can never enjoy a sweet treat. It's all about moderation and balance. Now that we've cleared up some misconceptions, let's delve deeper into the different types of diabetes. The more we understand this complex condition, the better we can manage it and support those in our lives who live with it every day. First off, let's define type 1 diabetes. A term often thrown around, but what does it truly mean? Well, at its core, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition. Now, if you're wondering what an autoimmune condition is, it's when your body's defense system, designed to protect you, mistakenly wages a war against a part of your own body. In the case of type 1 diabetes, the target of this friendly fire is the pancreas, a small organ tucked away behind your stomach. It's here that the body produces insulin, a hormone crucial for regulating blood sugar levels. However, in someone with type 1 diabetes, their immune system starts to destroy the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. This creates a problem, a big one. Without insulin, sugar builds up in the bloodstream instead of being used as energy. It's like having a car full of fuel, but no way to get that fuel to the engine. Now you might be asking, can I prevent type 1 diabetes? The answer, unfortunately, is no. Unlike type 2 diabetes, which can often be managed or even prevented with lifestyle changes, type 1 diabetes is not preventable. It's usually diagnosed in childhood or adolescence, although it can appear at any age. People with type 1 diabetes must take insulin every day to stay alive. It's a lifelong condition, but with the right care and treatment, individuals with type 1 diabetes can lead a healthy and active life. And you know what's interesting? Type 1 diabetes is less common than type 2 diabetes. In fact, only about 5 to 10% of people with diabetes have type 1. But don't let that fool you into thinking it's any less important to understand. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding the nuances of type 1 diabetes can lead to better conversations, smarter questions, and more effective care. Whether you're a patient, a caregiver, or just someone interested in health matters, understanding this complex condition is crucial. The journey doesn't stop here. There's another common type of diabetes we need to understand. Now, let's unravel the complexities of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is the most common form of diabetes, affecting millions of people worldwide. Unlike type 1 diabetes, which is typically diagnosed in childhood, type 2 often develops in adulthood. But what exactly is it? Our bodies need glucose, a form of sugar for energy. Insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas, helps our cells absorb this glucose. In type 2 diabetes, the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or it resists insulin's effects. Consequently, glucose builds up in the blood instead of being absorbed by cells, leading to high blood sugar levels. Now you might be wondering, what causes type 2 diabetes? Well, there isn't a single cause, but a combination of factors. Lifestyle choices, such as unhealthy eating habits and lack of physical activity, often play a significant role. These factors can lead to overweight or obesity, and excess body fat, especially around the abdomen, increases the body's resistance to insulin. But it's not just about lifestyle. Genetics also come into play. If your parent or sibling has type 2 diabetes, your risk of developing it is higher. Age is another risk factor. While it can occur at any age, the risk increases as you get older, especially after the age of 45. The good news? Type 2 diabetes is preventable and manageable. Lifestyle changes can make a huge difference. Eating a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, getting regular physical activity, and maintaining a healthy weight can help prevent or manage this condition. However, if lifestyle changes aren't enough, medication may be necessary. There are several types of medication available to help manage blood sugar levels, and your healthcare provider can help determine the best treatment plan for you. Remember, managing type 2 diabetes is not just about controlling blood sugar. It's about taking control of your health, making informed decisions, and living a balanced, healthy life. But these two aren't the only types of diabetes out there. Let's explore more. Ever heard of gestational diabetes or prediabetes? Let's shed some light on these. First, let's tackle gestational diabetes. This is a type of diabetes that occurs during pregnancy. It's not as widely known as type 1 or type 2 diabetes, but it's equally important to understand. You see, during pregnancy, the body naturally becomes more resistant to insulin to provide more glucose to the baby. However, for some women this process goes a bit overboard, resulting in high blood sugar levels, thus, gestational diabetes. Now here's the tricky part. Gestational diabetes typically goes away after childbirth, but it doesn't just end there. It leaves behind a calling card, so to speak. Women who've had gestational diabetes have a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. So it's crucial for these women to maintain a healthy lifestyle post-pregnancy to keep diabetes at bay. Moving on to prediabetes, it's a bit of a gray area. This is a condition where blood sugar levels are higher than normal but not high enough to be classified as diabetes. It's like a warning sign on the road to diabetes. But the good news? It's reversible. With lifestyle changes like adopting a healthy diet, regular exercise, and maintaining a normal body weight, you can turn back from that road and steer clear of diabetes. So you see, gestational diabetes and prediabetes are not just footnotes in the story of diabetes. They're crucial chapters that deserve our attention. They remind us that diabetes isn't a one-size-fits-all condition. It has many faces and forms, and understanding these helps us better navigate the maze that is diabetes. With all these types, it can seem overwhelming, but remember, knowledge is power. Now, knowing about diabetes is one thing, but what about managing it, you might ask? Well, managing diabetes is a multifaceted task, involving medication, lifestyle changes, and regular checkups. Let's start with medication. There are different types of diabetes medications, each working in a unique way to lower blood sugar. Some stimulate your pancreas to produce and release more insulin, while others inhibit the production and release of glucose from your liver. It's critical to follow your healthcare provider's advice and take your medication as prescribed. Next up, diet. A healthy eating plan is key to managing blood sugar levels. This doesn't mean you need to give up all your favorite foods. Instead, it's about making smart choices. Include plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and limit high sugar foods. And remember, portion control is as important as eating the right foods. Now, let's talk about exercise. Regular physical activity increases insulin sensitivity and helps your muscles use sugar more effectively, reducing your blood sugar levels. The goal is to get at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise like brisk walking 5 days a week. But before starting any exercise program, do consult with your healthcare provider. Regular checkups and monitoring your blood sugar levels are equally important. Regularly testing and recording your blood sugar levels can help you understand how food, activity, and stress affect your blood sugar. It's also a great way to track your progress and ensure your diabetes management plan is working. And finally, remember to manage your stress. High stress levels can cause blood sugar levels to spike, so find ways to handle stress, like meditation, yoga, or just taking a few deep breaths. Remember, diabetes doesn't define you. You can live a full and healthy life with the right knowledge and management. So, arm yourself with information, make the necessary lifestyle changes, and take control of your health. Stay informed, stay healthy.